Girl, if you don't get up when your mental health is off, everything else is going to start to crumble. Social media just makes healing look so aesthetic. You live your life for yourself. You let your feelings aid you and help you, but do not let it consume you. The woman that you strive to be, I know you see her. I know you think about her every single day. Lesson number 1. Your healing process, your healing journey, it's not always going to be graceful. Okay, it's not always going to look like sunshine and rainbows. It's not always going to look like an uphill battle. It's going to be it's going to take a lot of reflecting and looking at yourself and seeing yourself for who you are, coming to terms with that and doing the necessary work to grow beyond that current version of yourself. Social media just makes healing look so aesthetic. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I too make healing look aesthetic. At least I try to. In real life, like behind the scenes, y'all, when you're healing from something, no matter big or small, it is going to be ugly. Some days you're gonna feel fine. Some days you're gonna feel on top of the world. You're gonna feel like, wow, I feel the hard work paying off. But other days you're not gonna even want to get out of bed. It's so important to be able to identify those feelings and comfortably sit in those feelings and identify the necessary steps to move forward. I used to be the type of person that would just let my feelings overtake me, regardless of what I had planned that day, regardless of what I had planned that next hour. If I, for some reason, got stuck or got put into a bad mood, I would let that affect my entire day. If I told myself that I was going to go to the gym, but I woke up and I just felt off, I didn't feel like going to the gym, I wouldn't go to the gym. There's a certain point, giving yourself grace and like being lenient with yourself becomes a little self-destructive. It becomes a form of self-sabotage. My excuse to not go to the gym, to not keep that promise to myself, there's no reason that excuse should be because I don't feel like it. Girl, if you don't get up, like, obviously, yes, there will be some days that you're tired, you physically don't feel well, you're just not up for it. And that is totally okay. Like, we all have those days, and that is self-grace. It should not be something that occurred every single day. Just see it for exactly what it is. Their feelings, their emotions, their indicators. That does not mean that it has to pause your entire life. You do not have to live your life for your feelings. You live your life for yourself. You let your feelings aid you and help you in this life, but do not let it consume you. We can do hard things. Doing hard things is cool. The next one is all about mental health, and I wish I could put a pause in this video right now, like all the other YouTubers, and be like,
by the way, this video is sponsored by BetterHelp.
It's not sponsored by BetterHelp, unfortunately. I'll put my email in the description though if you want to holla at me. If you want to be the best version of yourself, you have to prioritize your mental health. Mental health is as important, if not more important, than your physical health. I can count on 2 hands how many times a physical thing has stopped me in my tracks this year. It's rarely anything physical. Most of those things come from my mental. Anytime I'm having a bad day mentally, that is what's going to affect me the most. I don't know about y'all, but for me, that's definitely true. And if you grow up in a Black family, you are seen. I see you, you see me. Mental health is something that's not really addressed. It's not something that we prioritize growing up. It's not really something that I wanted to prioritize growing up because there's this taboo sticker on top of all things mental health. It wasn't until things started to happen, shit started to get a little rough, that I was like, wait a minute, let me look at my mental health. Let me really observe that area in my life and see what I need to shift and change and control, alt, delete. When your mental health is off, everything else is going to start to crumble. Your relationships, your creativity, your work life, your discipline, your views on life, like literally everything. Go to therapy, journal, meditate, pray, make a vision board, scroll on Pinterest for inspiration. Whatever you gotta do, do it. One thing that's been really big for me this year has been setting boundaries. This year is when I really put my boundaries and myself to the test to be able to sustain them. Setting boundaries, it's going to affect your relationships in your life, whether for the good or for the bad. But really, it's never for the bad, because if you're setting boundaries, it's for yourself, it's for your own good. So regardless of if the outcome or the reaction of the other person is good or bad, it's still good for you. And if their reaction is bad, then that's when it's time to cut those people out of your life, because if they can't respect that, then they don't respect you. Another aspect of this that's really, really important is that you not only set boundaries with other people, but you also set boundaries with yourself. This year, I've set a lot of new boundaries with myself because I lack discipline. I understood that if I wanted to grow and become into the best version of myself, then I had to set boundaries. I had to be a little bit more strict when it came to me. I needed to respect myself enough to be able to do that. My sleep schedule, a lot more strict this year. My scrolling, I don't even sleep with my phone in the bedroom anymore because I know myself, and that's a boundary that I must have in order to get a good night's rest. Boundaries are self-respect in action. You can't expect others to honor you if you don't honor yourself first. If you don't respect anybody else, you better respect yourself. From beginning to end, you are going to be with yourself. So why not respect yourself? Why not set boundaries and do it out of love? The next one is probably, in my personal opinion, the most important and the most mind-blowing. It's a very, very simple concept. Anything that you do in life, anything that requires effort, it's always better if you can only give 30%. If you can't give 100%, which nobody can, that is so much better than giving 0%. Going to the gym and doing a light workout is so much better than deciding not to go to the gym at all. Getting home drunk after a night out with the girls, cleaning your face with micellar water is so much better than not cleaning your face at all. However, I would not recommend that. Definitely wash your face if you have makeup on it. Do not go to sleep with makeup on. But if you happen to, we all have those nights, at least get the makeup wiped, girl. At least wipe the mascara off. Your small act of consistency is what eventually leads to discipline, which is a great segue for the next and final point. Discipline is the bridge between your current life and your dream life. All of my life, I have sucked at discipline. That's never been my strong suit. But am I constantly trying to grow and improve that area of my life? You damn right, because we have growth mindsets. Girl, I know people say this all the time, but whenever you think about everything in your life, you realize that discipline is a factor in every single thing. If you want to win in life, you have to have discipline. The woman that you strive to be, that best version of yourself, I know you see her. I know you think about her every single day. You're never going to become her unless you become disciplined. We will never reach that next level in life if we are not disciplined. And I'm learning every single day that it's all a mental thing. If you're not born a disciplined person, that doesn't mean that you can't become a disciplined person. And my big thing with this one is always just taking it day by day, taking it step by step. Every single day, if you put at least some type of effort into becoming more disciplined, if you do at least one thing to be more disciplined, you're building that foundation to be disciplined. To make that your second nature, to make that instinct and not something that you have to force. You may have to force it a little bit at the beginning. I know I still am in that phase where I have to force and really be delusional and pretend like I am disciplined. But it gets easier every single day. And setting realistic goals helps too. Goals that you can put a number on. I'm starting small. I'm just testing out. I'm testing myself to see if I am capable of doing it, which I know that I am. But whenever you have a number on something, like a numerical goal, it helps you. It's like a game. I don't know if that's an ADHD thing, but to me it feels like a game. It feels like something that you're trying to strive for. You're like, oh, okay, I'm my biggest competition at the end of the day, so let me show myself that I am fully capable of doing this thing. I'm also thinking about doing a discipline series just to help all of us hold each other accountable, especially if you also struggle with discipline and you're trying to work on it. It's about to be a new year, so this is just the perfect time to really lock in and figure it out. Let's figure it out together. I feel like that would be really, really fun and engaging and cool. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in my next video.